welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. I am your host, Tracy Kraushorn. This is Wayne Kraushorn.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jeremy is not with us this morning, but we're here. We're here for you.
Yeah, he's busy today. So
he's busy today. Well, he'll be back next week. And how are things going? Good. Actually, something fun. Our oldest son, he had his first scuba diver lesson. Lifelong dream to have my kids diving with me. So he's got a few more to go, and we do our first checkout dive next month. So very exciting. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
because,
that's good stuff.
This one here, not real fond of the water. So we'll see. I don't know.
So how about you?
Claustrophobic thing. But anyway, things are good. I'm glad the kids are back in school.
Yes.
And our little loves changing classes. You know, he was a little nervous yesterday, so he wasn't sure how it was going to go. But this mama cried because now she's got two boys in middle school. Oh my gosh. So anyway, today I'm excited because we're talking about phishing. You want to tell us what phishing is?
Well, certainly not the kind of fishing we love to do here in Florida. My boys love to do.
Right.
Phishing, it's actually become the most successful tool in a cyber criminal's bag of tricks these days. And because of that, it's happening more and more and more. I've seen studies of, 1 in every 100 emails is a phishing attempt these days. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know it's very popular. And what it is, it's lack of a better term, it's like a social engineering way of getting people to give up their credentials, to give out their password or compromise data. And they do this by masquerading as a known entity. And they fool them into opening up an email, clicking on a link. It's not just an email. It can be a text. It can be email messenger or text messenger. So there's a lot of ways that they go about it. And they've gotten very good at playing on people's emotions. And, and that's why they're becoming more and more successful. And you can really kind of break it down to 3 areas. One is they create a act now urgency. And so it could be, your delivery is on the way, or, policy change or an opinion survey or something like that they're trying to get you to engage. The second is more of a, and probably the most successful, you've already been compromised. They make you think you've been hit. And so they say your password has failed, or they say that you need to change your password, or suspicious activity has been reported on your account. Or my favorite is your IT department wants you to do this, which if you have an IT department, they're probably not just going to be generic. So the third kind of area that they attack is kind of your day-to-day job activities, right? So they may send you a DocuSign document that you have to sign. They may send you, you have a voicemail that you have to click, or there's a policy change, or your account's been suspended. Or kind of an interesting one that's hit the news lately is they'll say they'll masquerade as your boss, and they go on social media. They'll find the CEO. They'll find someone in accounting, and they'll disguise an email as the boss, and they'll say, hey, listen, we're going to start working with this marketing company. This is the example, is in the news. And we're putting down a $50,000 deposit. So please pay $50,000 to this account. And it worked. So emails from bosses. Who doesn't want to do what their boss says?
Right.
So, these are all the ways they're going about successfully attacking these days.
So what are some of the telltale signs that we should look for?
Yeah, there are a few obvious areas, and then there's some not so obvious areas. The first area, so we kind of go from the top down. Look at the header and look at the front.
Mm-hmm.
So look at where it's from and does it make sense. So let's say it's an email from Chase. Now, first of all, if you don't bank with Chase, then it's probably bogus. But if you do bank with Chase, if it's Chase, no reply at chase.com, probably legit. If it's no reply at something else, moneyconsulting.com, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be coming from these guys? Sometimes they get a little more clever. Sometimes it'll say, we'll use a different example. Let's say it's eBay, and it's eBay is asking you that you have to change your password or whatever. And they say it's from support or online, let's say login at ebay.com, but then they put a little extension on the end of it, like a .au or a PL or something. So what a lot of people don't know is there are internet country codes. So AU is Australia, PL is Poland, RU, which is where a lot of it comes from, is Russia. So if it has that .2 letter on the end of it, especially considering eBay's corporate is in San Jose, California, not in Russia, then it's probably not a good thing. The other thing is, a lot of times there are embedded links.
Yeah.
And so there's kind of two aspects of a link, right? There's the written text and what it says and where it's going to go to, which is really kind of meaningless because that's not where it's going to go to. So here's kind of the lean in moment that everybody listen to. Take your cursor, hover over the link, and all of a sudden something's going to pop up. And that's going to show you where it's really going to go if you click on it. Okay. So if it's in the link, the text, it says that it's going to go to Chase. But then when you hover over and it's saying it's going somewhere completely different, more than likely that's a bogus email.
Yeah.
The other things are a little less reliable and obvious. Typos. Is it bad language? Remember, a lot of these things come from foreign countries, and they may not have the best mastery of English. So, are there typos? Is it not very good use of the English language? That's one thing. Is it 100% generic? If it's coming from a company that you have an account with, does it know nothing about you and the email? If it's 100% generic, may not be legit. And it could be, those are the basic things, or is it just too much urgency? Are they really trying to push you? You have to respond now, or your account's going to be closed. So those are some of the things you can look for.
Sweet. So what advice do you have, or should we give?
Yeah, so there's really 3 areas of advice. So anytime they're asking for credentials, just be really, really wary of them. Okay. Yeah. Another is just be aware if it's from somebody, either a company you're working with, or maybe it's another business you're working with. Does it look right? We had a situation with one of our customers, it's a law firm, and a lot of the lawyers and paralegals received an email from an individual at another law firm that they do a lot of business with.
Yeah.
But it was very uncharacteristic in the email. I guess we are still here. Sorry. Well, anyway, I was talking about the law firm. So basically someone had gotten in, masqueraded as this person, put a link in and said they wanted to check the document. Yeah. And fortunately, one of the lawyers sent the email to us and said, hey, something just doesn't seem right. So whenever you get those, if something doesn't look right, they're doing something a little different, just call them, send them an email, say, hey, I received this. Is this legit? Just always trust but verify, right? Who was that? Reagan said that. The last thing is just beware of unsolicited attachments, meaning all of a sudden you're getting a resume, you're getting an invoice, you're getting a receipt from someone you weren't expecting it from. Yeah. So that could be an issue. A lot of people think that malicious attacks only happen through EXE files, executable files. No, they can be Word files. They can be Adobe PDFs. They can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes in order to implant a virus and get everything they want out of your system. So those are when in doubt. And if you have an IT department or a service provider, any suspicions on it, just forward it to them and say, hey, I want to make sure it's legit before I do anything with it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good advice. Yeah. Very good advice. All right. We are up to your tip of the week.
The tip of the week. So everybody's doing virtual meetings these days, and including us. And we're something I've used is trying to animate my virtual background. So a lot of people know that your virtual background, you can have it be an image or a video. And one of the things I was kind of doing a presentation, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to have some animation in the background. So just having things appear and disappear and while I was running through. And what I did, something you can do is you can create a PowerPoint. If you know how to do animations, you can save that as a movie file and then connect Zoom to the movie file. So that is a way to kind of spice up and not have your kitchen in the background or wherever your office is or all the junk in your office. You can not only make it an interesting background, but make it something to keep their attention even more with having it changing.
Love it. Yep. Love it, love it. Well, that brings us to my tip of the week. Yeah. And along those same lines, another way that you can animate your background is with an app. And the one that I like is called, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. It is called Video Shop. And it just looks, there we go, right there. Has the little movie thing on it. And it's very user-friendly, like very user-friendly. And you can import pictures, you can import clips, you can import, whatever, and then create the movie. You can also put text and sound.
You can, you can pick a song, right?
Song, and yep. So you can do all that. So if you like apps, and I don't know if Android users have it, but iPhone users do.
Yes, I've seen some of the movies, and it's really, really cool what she can do. And then I guess you could probably attach that.
Yeah, you can attach it
to your Zoom.
It's a .movie file. So,
yeah.
So you can attach that to your Zoom. So if you wanted to do that for your presentation, spice it up a little bit, there you go. So, all right, Wayne, what we got for next week?
I think we have talked about antivirus before, but we talked about kind of what it is. Are all antivirus programs created equal? What are good ones? What things to look for? So we're going to dive into antivirus a little bit next week.
Very good. Very good. All righty. I don't see that anybody has any questions. So that wraps it up for this week. Thanks for joining us for Tech Talk Tuesday. You guys have a fabulous week. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye now.